Hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a un video más aquí en Drontcast. En Drontcast, para los que están llegando nuevo, mi nombre es Pedro Acosta, me llaman Dronte, este es mi podcast y por eso se llama Drontcast. Vayan aquí a mis redes sociales, Drontcast como tal, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram y TikTok. Estamos ahí por ahí, muy divertido, muy cool, haciendo videos de todo, de muchas cosas diferentes para que tengan bastante entretenimiento. Y aquí en este canal lo que más hacemos es reaccionar a cosas como videos, música, y también tenemos invitados y ahí hablamos con ellos un rato y etcétera. Así que hoy a muchos les gusta el ramen, pero en verdad no sabemos lo que es el proceso del ramen, de cómo es el ramen, cómo se hace el ramen. Entonces, estuve investigando un poco esto y conseguí un video muy cool, muy cool, de un personaje que se llama Paolo from Tokyo, que él básicamente te enseña un día de un trabajador en Japón, por ejemplo. Y esta vez lo hizo con un chef de ramen. Y vamos a ver qué tal. Sé que es complicado, pero vamos a ver cómo es un día de un chef de ramen en Japón. Vamos a ir de una vez, darle con todo.
In a Japanese ramen shop.
Vamos a ver qué tal esto. Vayan a seguirlo, eso sí, de una.
This is Tetsuya, a
6:30.
41-year-old ramen chef living in Tokyo, and he's just waking up for work. I guess this is his breakfast. Tetsuya, where'd that come from?
昨日の夜、仕事終わってからお惣菜屋さんで買ってきました。
Do you have enough time to get to work this morning? So Tetsuya has quite a bit on his mind this morning because today he's
Son
creating
demasiado
a new bowl
prácticos en
of
todo.
ramen for the owner. But a
Y es
lot
pequeño el
has happened
apartamento.
before this, so let's see how the day goes. Alright, I think his train is arriving right now.
おはようございます。
How'd you sleep last night?
今日は5時間寝ました。
5 horas.
Tetsuya
dormí.
manages a ramen shop called Kikambo just a few minutes away from Kanda Station. It's one of the most popular spicy ramen shops in Tokyo.
O sea, él llegó a las 8:50 y ya había personas trabajando.
Wow, this is great. Inside of the kitchen, you can see that they actually have the pork bone right there to my right, and then to my left, they have the pork and chashu. It looks so good. I feel like I
Mira
just
que ahí
eat
vino
it
el
right
cerdo.
now. Oh, the smell here is amazing. So one of the first things Tetsuya needs to do is check that the ramen broth is being prepared correctly at the central kitchen.
昨日炊き上が
Ahí está el caldo, ¿ah?
今からおろす。
Es loco porque ellos lo preparan enfrente. Se tienen como que otro local enfrente donde hacen todo y de ahí lo llevan al restaurante.
美味しいです。
So, what do you check for?
味の濃度ですね。
The soup is now ready to be emptied into smaller pots, which then gets distributed to the shops and all consumed in one day. So it's just about 9 o'clock
Una
right
locura.
now, and Tetsuya had to go off to get the shop ready. The shop actually opens at 11, so let's just go around and explore a little bit and
Que
check
el
out the
restaurante
shop
abre a
before
las
it gets
11
super
y
busy
ellos ya están
when it
ahí
opens.
dándole con todo de las 7 de la mañana.
So real estate in Tokyo is quite expensive. You'll typically find many ramen shops like this one with limited counter seating. This means for a Tokyo ramen shop to survive, it needs to get customers in and out as quick as possible to make room for new customers.
Claro.
What does it take to clean every morning?
で、2時間半、3時間ぐらい。
2 horas y media, 3 horas
you
limpias.
guys take cleaning seriously. So if you guys haven't noticed already, they have the ramen shop right here, and then right across the street, they have the kitchen, and then back over this way, they have the maze soba shop all right next to each other. So Tetsuya tells me that these days it's
Oh,
quite
muy
common to
práctico.
have a separate kitchen from the ramen shop since boiling broth makes the ramen shop extremely hot and steamy and too uncomfortable for the customers. Oh, by the way, Kikambo is opening up a new shop in Hong Kong, so the HK staff must train here for several weeks to master the art of making Japanese ramen. Are you excited about the Hong Kong opening?
Yeah, of course. We are very excited for the best.
Oh, Tetsuya's back. What are you doing now?
今
Qué cool
券売機に
que
お
van
釣
a
り
abrir en Hong Kong uno y
Although he's
el staff
responsible
de Hong
for all
Kong los
the
entrenan aquí en
employees
el
and the
Tokio.
day-to-day of the shop, his other task
Donde
is to
está el
create a
principal,
new
para que
Genpei
aprendan.
menu, which means it's only offered for a limited time at the shop.
これが今限定のイカラーメン試作を作っておる
Ramen
I've never
de
heard of something like this.
Calamar.
Did you come up with it yourself?
自分で考えたやついやもう最高ですね
Apparently, Tetsuya has created 4 limited time only ramen bowls in the past, and now he's working on his 5th, which is scheduled to be released by the end of this summer. Now that the 4 large cooking pots have been emptied out, Tetsuya and his team begin preparing for tomorrow's batch. Although the process for making the animal broth will take more than 10 plus hours, keep in mind throughout the day that this is only part of the final soup that's served, as it's
10
later
horas
combined
cocinando
with
eso.
separate fish broth, miso, and other ingredients. Every morning before the shop opens, Tetsuya must test the ramen to ensure the quality and flavor meet the shop standards. First, they blend the animal and fish broth and taste it to ensure the blend ratio is correct.
美味しいです
So when I'm in the kitchen, they have asked me to wear a hat, and now I get to taste the ramen. Oh, that's delicious.
これで OK だったん
Qué
で
rico debe ser todo.
全部にこう同じ分量これからブレンドしていきます
Oh, so this is the fish broth I didn't get to film earlier. What's in it?
煮干しとソーダ節いろいろな節が
Tengo uno de pescado que no
ラーメ
puedo
ンの麺
filmar.
になります
The shop uses a special Sanshu Kongo men noodle, which means a mix of 3 different noodle thicknesses. And we're not done yet. Now it's time for what Japanese call kenshoku, the sampling of food. Damn, there's a lot of food testing going on. So apparently the conditions of the ingredients and flavors may vary slightly day by day. So it's critical for the shop to taste the finalized bowl before opening its doors to its customers. So, for the foodies out there, let me take a moment and explain what Kikambo Kara Shibi Miso Ramen is all about. Kara means the chili spicy, while Shibi means the numbing spicy. The shop uses a unique
eso debe
blend
picar,
of
pero
6
como el
different
diablo.
chili, Wakayama Budo Sansho and Szechuan Sansho,
Un color a
combined
eso.
with a natural Shinshu miso that's matured in a 100-year-old barrel mixed with cheese, peanut paste, and other spices, all joined with a slow-cooked animal and fish broth, producing a rich, deep, and light flavor. Or in other words, it's fire.
Literal.
Tetsuya, can you even eat spicy food?
あんまり得意じゃないです
Hacer ramen picante y no es bueno comiendo picante.
they
¿Qué
have to make
nivel?
another bowl again.
No está
Well, what's
bien.
wrong with the first one?
ちょっと麺がですね若干ちょっとこう柔らかかったです
¿Ves? No le gustó el primero porque
Nice.
estaba muy
Looks like
suave
the bowl
los
passed the final test.
noodles.
Now, Tetsuya is
fideos.
checking on the Kikambo shop next door, which specializes in tsukemen and maze soba. So they have a limited time only ramen that's coming out tomorrow. So they're actually having a meeting right now to make sure that everything is set the way it's supposed to be set. It's pretty cool to see like this entire process. The ramen has to be made to perfection. So every morning the staff have a meeting before the shop opens. They share updates, any new menu items, and discuss ways to improve the quality of food and service.
じゃあ今日も一日よろしくお願いします
Oh, finally the store is opening. I feel like so much has happened already, but the day is only beginning. The seats are already filled. This is
Pequeño.
gonna be a busy
Me dicen
day.
que tienen que come y vete. O sea, y no es para...
So the ramen kitchen is
Para
quite
quedarte
a buzz to
conversando.
serve all the customers, and all the staff must work as a team to create each bowl
Qué
of
divino,
ramen.
¿sabes?
I almost feel like I'm watching a Formula One pit crew. Everyone seems to know their part.
まもなく2丁でーす豚のバラ肉です豚バラ
Nice.
Cochinito,
Time
¿ah?
to cook the chashu. Tetsuya says that they use
De
150
aquí
blocks of pork
voy a
each
hacer
day.
mercado, voy a buscar
まあエ
comer
ビ
algo
油をう
parecido.
ちの混ぜそばに使ってる油です
What's that?
出来上がりのせや
Grasa de la espalda del puerco.
Just a little bit after noon, he gets a bit more time to work on his gente ramen, but he has to present the new ramen bowl to the owner at 5, so I hope he has enough time.
今どうやって使うかまだ考えてない。これから考えて。
So we ordered 3 different sample noodles for the new ramen. He'll need to test each one out with the soup to find that perfect balance. The one thing about being in the kitchen is it gets so hot. It's actually 38 degrees in here right now.
Amorís.
Oh, and that's
28
the
grados,
owner.
papá.
So even more than the ramen shop, the central kitchen appears to move with a quiet precision. There's not a lot of verbal communication, but everyone just knows what to do and where to be at each moment. This is one of the keys Tetsuya mentioned for a successful ramen shop. And now back to the daily routine. Tetsuya has to move the chashu from the large cooking pots to the marinade.
Todo ese marinado es
Wow,
increíble.
he looks like he still has more than
Ahorita
100
que mucho
chashu to go.
aceite, todo
So
eso.
let's go check on the ramen shop. Let's ask a customer what he thinks.
How's the ramen?
Incredible, it's our favorite.
Did you get the high spicy?
I got the high, yeah. I think it's good. It actually tastes delicious.
What's nice is that the customer can customize the level of spiciness and numbness, but be careful, that only level ended me.
今から限定の食材を探しにアメ横に行ってきます。ちょっとヒントになる食材があればな。
Ameyokucho is one of the largest and historic food markets in Tokyo. It's known as a popular street food spot, but there's actually a huge
mira,
ethnic
ya el
food
mercado.
market in the basement floor.
Me encantan esos mercados. Siempre me quiero llevar todo. Pero obviamente
it seems
aquí en
like he's
Chile
a
no
regular
hay
here.
muchos. Hay uno que otro.
はいはい。あ、わかりました。
Now he has to pick up some dry squid on the main street.
これちょっと硬い。ただ味は濃いです。
味が濃いんで。
ちょうどあれとしたら
Finally, back to the shop. It's just after 3:15, so he needs to get cracking in order to prepare the
Vale, ¿qué
ramen
tal?
on time.
これから今限定
Tiene que
ラーメン
presentar un ramen nuevo a las 5 de la tarde al dueño del local.
Yakumi is a combination of various Japanese herbs and spices such
Yo
as
creo que no soy
ginger,
experto, pero a mí
honey,
este
wasabi,
me
and
pone
milk.
cualquier
Sometimes
ramen y le
uses
digo
topping to bring out the
play,
flavor of a dish.
dale, con todo.
So creating new ramen is actually Tetsuya's passion. He feels lucky to find a shop that allows him the freedom to create. He also says that he especially enjoys making people happy by eating his ramen. Yo, he's completed the first sample bowl.
A
失
ver.
礼しました。これから味見をしたいと思います。いただきます。味が負けちゃってるんで、もっと濃度の高いちょっとスープをちょっと取り
Dice
たい
que es muy leve el sabor.
辛いね。辛かった。
うちは、
いやもう
Y como que pica.
簡単じゃないんで。
Apparently, what may pass at other shops won't pass with the owner.
O sea, casi le duerme la boca el pobre hombre al otro.
Just on time. Now the moment of
A
truth.
ver, 5 de la tarde.
I wonder how
A ver.
Tetsuya is feeling right now. Let's listen in.
できた、
はいできました
夏の冷やし麺。
はい。
見た目はいいね。
That's a good start.
A ver.
この泡みたいのは何なの？
あ、それも油。
これも油なんだ。
はい
この部分がすごくコクがあって美味しいね。
Okay.
麺食べてみようか。で、このイカと麺をまた一緒に食べるといい感じだね。油の部分がもうちょっと欲しいんだな、俺は。
Oh, that doesn't sound so good.
No le gustó mucho
イ
la
カ
parte.
が麺に負けてる感じと、あとがまたいろいろ楽しめるような味変がなんか持ってあると、そのイカっていうものを使うのが生かされていくんじゃないかなって気がするよね。じゃあまた来週だな。
Whoa, although the ramen didn't
No
make the
pasó,
cut,
le
I
dijo
thought
que
the
se le
owner
enseñó la
was gonna be
siguiente
a
semana.
lot more harsh, but he was quite constructive.
Le dijo
いいアド
que
バイスをいただきました。まだ60点だ。
estaba bueno,
これ
pero...
から今100点にな
Oh, mira. Dijo que como que
So
sacó
after
60
that
de
intense
100.
showdown, what are you doing now?
Dijo que los noodles, los fideos sabían mejor.
In order
O
to
sea,
track staff
eran
work
más
hours, the
fuertes
shop
que
uses
el
time
sabor
cards.
del
It's pretty common in
del
Japan,
calamar
especially
y
in the food industry.
hay que trabajar en condimento.
これを今からスープ抜きます。
Finally, the broth is in its final stages. You can see him separating the broth and the bones. To think, the process started from 9 a.m. this morning,
Qué loco.
and it's still not complete as there's also an overnight process before it's served tomorrow. Tetsuya says that there's quite a bit of bone marrow remaining, so it would be a waste not to use it again tomorrow, as it's
Claro.
the seeds of umami.
Mira,
So it's 7:30 right now, and it's still busy. There's people
La
waiting
fila
in line.
eterna.
The morning shift is gone, and then you have new people here.
失礼します。
お疲れ様。
お疲れ様です。
辛い。
So part of opening the new Hong Kong shop is sourcing the ingredients. They need to see if they can source local chili spices and replicate the Japanese flavors. But in order to do this, they're gonna need to taste and rate all of the chili on the table.
全然味が違う。これ酸味がすごいある。ちょっと舌がピリピリしてきて。
I believe they're also looking
Claro,
at opening
hay que
shops
probar
in
todos los
Australia and
picantes.
the US. Good luck with that,
me
Tetsuya.
muero.
Where did you go?
まあトイレにいました。先ほどの唐辛子で。
It's about 9:15 right now, and the ramen shop it closes at 9:30. You can see behind me, Tetsuya is just doing some office work, checking people's schedules, and then we'll probably have to clean up after this. The fabric sign Tetsuya is taking down now is called noren. It's commonly used in restaurants in Japan to indicate when a shop is open for business. Taking it down means the shop is now closed. It's about 10 o'clock right now. The last customer has left, and everyone is just kind of like finishing up. They told me it's going to take about another hour and a half for them to clean up this whole entire place. So his day doesn't end until 11:30.
Qué heavy, que literal cierran a las 9:30 y se van como a las 12 de la
That is
noche.
a day in the life at a Japanese ramen shop. If you guys like this day in the life series, I'm coming out with so many more videos.
Ahí tienen,
so
chicos,
definitely hit the
el
subscribe
canal.
button and bell button so you guys don't miss the next
Tenéis
videos.
el canal.
If you want to help support the channel.
O sea, es complicado, ¿no? O sea, el ramen es, para mí, es de mis platos favoritos. Yo creo que puedo comer ramen todos los días tranquilamente. Pero es un proceso, o sea, mucho proceso, sobre todo la sopa. Tienes que hacerlo un día anterior, con los huesos, el tema, todo. Fíjate cómo él crea ramen y aún así no pasa los estándares y va de vuelta y tienen que volver otra vez y literal le dan una semana más. No es que mañana le vas a echar un poquito de sal, me lo va a traer. No, estudia bien, quédate ahí una semana y la semana que viene me lo muestras. Y así, ¿no? O sea, está muy cool. Está muy cool. Está muy cool. Yo creo que una de las carreras que me hubiera gustado estudiar aparte de diseñador, de diseño gráfico es la cocina. La cocina me apasiona mucho verlo y ver este tipo de cosas, ¿no? Así que está muy cool, está muy brutal. Bueno, espero que a esos fans del ramen que les haya gustado, les parezca, les guste cómo es, vean cómo es el verdadero proceso, ¿no? En la parte de atrás que es súper complicada. Y esto es un ramen que es muy bueno, pero tampoco es un high standard. Entonces al final es muy cool. No es tampoco el peor ni el medio, pero es bueno. Entonces es muy concurrido. Así que al final ellos van a buscar siempre tener lo mejor de lo mejor. Así que espero que les haya gustado. Un abrazo gigante. Recuerden, Drontcast, mis redes sociales. Síganlas por aquí. En Spotify, YouTube, Instagram y TikTok. Para que vean más cositas, más contenido nuevo, más diferente en cada una. Así que los espero por allá. Un abrazo grande. Los quiero un montón. Recuerden cuidarse el dulce, que Willy Wonka está suelto. Y nos vemos en el internet, muchachos. Chaito.